Good morning, children. Hope you all are fine. In our previous classes, we had seen Unit 5. Do you remember that? A poem and a supplementary reader. Hope you all have learned that, I think so. What's our study portion in the previous class? Unit 5 poem paragraph. Is it? Did you learn? Yes. Okay. So let me give you the study portion for the next class. That is Unit 5 poem The Secret of Machine. One more questions. Poetic one book back questions are there. Okay. That all you have to learn from your guide. One more question. Poem, one more question. You have to learn and write in your rough note. Yes. Today we can move to Unit 6. Today's portion. Unit 6 poem, that is No Men Are Foreign by James Faulkner Kirkup. No men are foreign. Before entering into the poem, we can see something about this author. Is the poet James Faulkner Kirkup. He had written more than 30 books, including autobiographies, novels, and plays, many things. See, he is a travel writer. He enjoys to travel a lot. And whatever he sees on the way, everything he will be noting in his book. He is a travel writer. And also, through this poem, he stressed the theme brotherhood. His first set of poems was published in the year 1947. And in the year 2008, he published his last set of poems. In this poem, a nice theme is stressed and given for you. That is brotherhood. What is the meaning of this brotherhood? Considering everyone in the world as one. If we are having that thought, brotherhood in our mind, there won't be any fight. We won't get anger. All are one. That thought will be in our mind. But in this world, how we are living? We are constructing different kinds of walls between us. Is it? Yes. How? See, we all belong to this earth. But how we will say, I am an Indian. Is it? There one wall we are constructing. Then what we will say? I am from Tamil Nadu. There another wall. Then when we say our district, another wall. Then how we will say? Me and my family. I am not bothering about anyone. I don't want to think about anyone. Who is important? Me and my family. Sometimes there is no my family even, me alone. Is it? Whatever good for me, I will do. I don't think about anyone. I don't bother about anyone. We are living in such a situation. From that, we should come out. So, I think this poem will give you a nice moral. Always, we all are having constructing wall between us. From that, we should come out. We should have the thought of oneness in our mind. While we are going through this poem, we will get that feeling. Shall we? Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. In the beginning itself, the poet is telling, remember. What should you remember? No men are foreign, no countries strange. If we are having that thought in the mind, we will be happy always. Is it? So, we should not think about the caste, creed or other kind of discriminations. All are brothers and sisters in this world. Okay? Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes like ours. We can say they belong to different country. They are leading a different style of life. We are leading different one. But when we are thinking behind that, see, they may be wearing different uniforms. That means different thought, their way of style, everything here considering as uniform here. But behind that, we all are human beings. Okay? So, the single body breathes like ours. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. See, we all belong to earth, the planet earth. Then why should we think about the different discriminations? We all are belong to one planet. We are walking on this earth. But we have a lot of walls between us. Apart from that, you should have a thought in the mind that we are walking on the same earth and we belong to the planet earth. Then, in earth like this, in which we all shall lie. They too aware of sun, air and water. God had given everything common to us. And freely He had given everything and had given us to enjoy. But in the name of different things, we are wasting that or destroying that. The sun is common for all. The water we drink. The air we breathe. But what we are doing? Polluting everything. Polluting the land, polluting the air, polluting the water, is it? And we are selling whatever we got freely, everything we are selling. Money-minded world we are living, is it, ma? For everything, the thought only money motive. So only here it is given that, see, we forget that we are all human beings and we belong to the same earth. We are enjoying the same everything, but we have no time to think about that even. Every time we are thinking about ourselves. We have no time to think about others. We are all selfish. In such a way, our situation, our circumstance and environment is making us to live in such a way. So, this poem will give you an awareness that or think or leading your spending a little time to think about that we are one. Okay, then. Are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter start. Their hands are ours and in their lines we read. Are fed by peaceful harvest. If we are enjoying peace, all will be happy. No need to worry about anything. We can have our food and we can enjoy our life happily. But in case, if we are fighting for everything, what will happen? We have to suffer starvation. This is starving without food. Is it? Living without food, that is starvation. So now, the poet is telling that, remember one thing, no men are no country foreign and no men are strange. All are should have the feeling of that oneness. Now, their hands are ours and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. Why we are earning this money? To live, is it? Why others, the people from other countries are earning money? To live. The way we earn money or way the style we live may be different. But the motive is same. to live in this world, to live in this earth. Is it? A labor. Labor means the work. It's not, they are also working hard to live. We are also working hard to live. There is no difference in that. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. Okay? See, the eyes. Wherever we are living, we have 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 legs, same as others. For what purpose we are using our eyes? For that same purpose only others are also using. So it is given there. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep. Same function it is doing. And the strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life. Wherever the land may be, they are leading a common life. They all can recognize and understand. Okay? All can understand others' feeling, and they can recognize everything they can do. They have that sense. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray and condemn. Okay. When we are asked to fight against other countries, it is told that we should fight ourselves. That is the thing. If we are fighting against other countries, by country wise the name may be different. But what we are doing, we are fighting against our brothers. The land, we are destroying the land, our earth. By different names we have discriminations, but we are destroying the same land. Okay? Remember, we who take arms against each other is the human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country is strange. Okay. So again, the poet is telling that always keep in your mind that all are brothers and sisters in this world. One thing you have to keep in mind, that is, no men are foreign, no countries strange. He begin with the same line and end with the same line. Okay, so here only one theme he wants to stress: the feeling of oneness, the brotherhood. Okay, keep in mind, children. So here in our previous classes, when I am teaching the 5th poem, I introduce different kinds of poetic device to you. I hope you remember everything. Here also certain poetic devices are there. First one is, let me tell you that, alliteration. What is that alliteration? The same line beginning with the same word. Okay, so here, like ours, the land our brothers walk upon. Can you find the alliterated word there? Yes, like land, beginning with the letter L. In the same way, what you have to do? You have to go through the poem, and in each line, beginning with the same word, you have to mark it as alliteration. Then, one metaphor is here. That is the hells of fire. See, our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocent. Here the metaphor is there in that word, our hells of fire. Hells of fire, that is metaphor. What is this metaphor? Metaphor meaning implied simile. That means hidden simile. We are comparing something but not in an open way. Okay, that is the implied simile we will say. That is the metaphor. Our hells of fire. You know how the hell will be. Is it? Full of fire. Here, during war, there will be, we can find the hells of fire in our land itself. That is here comparing the war with the hell. Hells of fire. So the comparison is done without the word like or just or then or comparative word is there. Without that, the poet had compared two things that we call it as metaphor. So mark our hells of fire as metaphor. First of all, I told about the alliteration. You have to go through the poem and you have to mark the alliterated words. And then next thing is metaphor. Metaphor is an implied simile. Implied means a hidden simile. Comparison is done between two things without using any comparative words. Okay. Then next one is winter starved. Winter starved. It is called a new poetic device is used here, that is transferred epithet. Have you ever heard about this? No, is it? Do you know what is epithet? Epithet means to describe a word using an adjective, we will call it as epithet. Okay, something is described by using an adjective. Adjective means describing word. Okay, so in Tamil, if I want to say, I can say it as adaimoli. Okay, so we will say, we will be giving certain name or before something to make that thing more understand. Okay, so here transferred epithet is given. Not epithet, transferred epithet. Let me explain. See, winter starved. That is the word given and it is transferred epithet. Whether winter will starve? No. Who will starve during winter? Human beings. Is it? So, winter starved. Winter won't starve. But the people will starve during winter. The adjective is given for describing winter starved. But winter won't starve. The people will starve during winter. That is the transferred epithet. So, winter starved is transferred epithet. Our health software is metaphor. And one more thing, that repetition is there in the first line and the last line. Remember like it is given there, no men are strange, no country foreign. It is repetition. So, these are the different poetic devices used in this, employed in this poem. Okay. So, one more time, keep in mind, alliteration is there, beginning with the same word. Then the metaphor, our health of fire is metaphor, and a transferred epithet is given, that is the word, the winter starved, it is the transferred epithet. And one more thing, that is repetition, the first line and the last line, the same line they had given, so it is a repetition, it is given there. So these are the different types of poetic device employed in this poem. Okay, what you have to keep in mind in this poem? The feeling of oneness. Okay, brotherhood. Okay, so the whole poem, it's a memory poem. So, do you remember what study portion I had given to you? Yes, Unit 5, one word question, one more question. Okay, you have to learn and you have to write it in your rough note. Okay, in our next classes, we will try to memorize this poem. Okay, thank you, children.